Hello, thank you for tuning in to this month's market report. I'm Brad Dohack, broker and owner here at Gulf Point Properties. And it's been a heck of a month. So right now we just got in the September data. If anybody remembers, there was something called Hurricane Irma in September. Yeah, that's what it was. And by the way, it disrupted the area for a bit. The good news is that in general, around here, you barely can tell that there was a storm that even took place. I'll reiterate, we're built for that. We're built for wind. Besides some remaining landscaping and things, not so bad. I have a lot of out-of-town clients, out-of-state clients who said they came down and were surprised, thought with the media making things out to be, much bigger deal than they were, that it would just be utter devastation. And that's just not what we've experienced here in Southwest Florida. So mostly a tree event. But anyway, what it did do is it disrupted the life. It disrupted the market for the month of September, for a better part of the month of September. And our numbers totally reflect that, absolutely reflect that. So what do we see? We see our Lee County, and this is year over year, sales down 30% for the month of September. Collier County down 40% for the month of September. We see new listings down 47% in Lee County for September over last year. We see listings in Collier County, this is probably the biggest number, down 70% in the month of September. What's going on with that? Well, I'm not really shocked by this information, and I'll tell you why. First of all, we have something called force majeure in our contracts, in our real estate contracts. And what that does, if there's some type of an act of God that makes a closing impossible, you have an automatic 14-day extension to a contract. So let's say that somebody was to close in the middle part of September, but because of the storm, because maybe the title company didn't get power back, or because they had to send an appraiser back out to check on the home, that could automatically get extended to close in the month of October. So, and we just had a week where people weren't focused on real estate transactions or anything else where they're consuming products besides what was necessary. So this down 30% and down 44%, not a big surprise. And this is similar to what we saw after Charlie hit the area. Now here in new listings, what's interesting here, because the sales were down 30%, the new listings were down even more. And so sellers are looking at it like, well, maybe it's not a good time to put the home on the market because there's a storm coming through. And then I know from my perspective, it's made it very challenging to have the proper real estate photography if you have lawn debris, if you have tree branches and things that are in piles waiting for FEMA or whoever else to come and pick it up. That makes it very difficult to have the type of photography that we have, the professional photography in our business. So that number of listings went down very significantly. So really it didn't affect the inventory so much that I'm not that worried about it. I just don't think that it's an event that's going to have repercussions over a very long period of time. We're seeing a lot of snowbirds, and we refer to snowbirds of people from up north who come down when it starts to get cold. They're starting to come to the area. The activity is starting to pick up. So those are all positive signs for the market in general. Seeing a lot more full-timers who are wanting to transact at this point than snowbirds, but that's pretty par for the course for being the end of October in any calendar year, just because we're not in full season yet. Our season is when it's cold up north. So anyway, disruption, absolutely. Did the market look like it got absolutely wrecked? It did. Am I surprised by these numbers? Not so much. Are we going to have lasting consequences? I don't really know the answer to that. What I can tell you is that even throughout this, look at this, we had a year over year median price point went up 13% in Lee County and up 14% in Collier County. So even though fewer homes were transacting, holding price point, that's all there. So Anyway, that's the take on the market post Irma. I've been waiting for the stats to come in because it gets me excited and anxious to deliver the information over to you. If you have any questions about how the storm has affected your value, what your equity position is in your property, please reach out, send an email back to this email, and I'll work on doing a market valuation for your property, because it is something that people are concerned about, and we do have some data now to be able to go off. So feel free to reach back to me. Again, I'm Brad Dohak. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.